Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
What an awesome name for a company.
Thanks.
Now, it is Gool, not Jewel.
No, it's not. It's Gool.
It's
You're
Gool,
right.
okay. I
Yes.
just suddenly went... Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about and the vision behind what is Gool?
Cool. Yeah. So I'm Wanjun. I'm actually the founder of Gool, and our company actually focuses on really wanting to champion the entrepreneurial spirit in creators, or in fact, like what Ollie said, right? Like in anybody, because in the next 5 years, we were just doing some research, and we found that 1 billion people will actually identify themselves as creators, which pretty much is 1/8 of the world now. And so our company is really around to just kind of focus on all these creators who want to build brands or want to build physical merchandise and actually take that hassle away from them and do that.
Fantastic. So let's talk more. What is it?
Yeah, so what we do actually is to provide a supply chain management at this stage. So what we're doing is, if you hate the whole process of, I need to speak to a supplier, I need to talk to this, I need to talk to that, I want to kind of get samples from all these suppliers around the world, sometimes it actually gets really challenging, because one of the things that we found is, within if you use other platforms, which I shall not name it on stage, you have to talk to multiple suppliers, and you don't know if they actually own a factory, you don't know if they're actually a middleman, and sometimes when you spend hundreds of dollars on sampling, they come and they don't end up looking like what you want them to look like. So what we do is actually we do a curated program, we do a curated catalog of products where we've already worked the suppliers very closely, and we know this, like this T-shirt that I've made for my company, I've worked with this supplier multiple times. We ensure that the quality is really great, and then we post them, and we put them on the platform. You can pick and choose what you want to do. Additionally, I used to work for an e-commerce company as well, a marketplace, and with those experiences, we help them actually go to market. We tell them what's actually trending on the market at the moment, so we really give you recommendations as well. And the end outcome is just to diversify your monetization and your income streams, right? So as we've heard a lot, even though there's a lot of brand sponsorships going on, advertising going on, what we've been hearing is with the increase of creators, the budget per creator has also been decreasing. And so with that, what we really want to do is to help individuals diversify their income streams and actually build a brand outside of just their fame and take that further away.
So what would some of those income streams be?
Yeah, so I think for us, it's full. At this moment, we really focus on physical merchandise, and we actually do e-commerce strategy as well. So mostly within the physical merchandising stream is what we do.
And you talked about your suppliers. Who are your customers?
Well, anyone who wants to start a brand, right? So pretty much anybody that has a following, even if you've got maybe 2,000 people following you on Instagram, right? Honestly, the 2,000 people, surely some of them are your friends, anyone that really has a little bit of a following that's oh, maybe I should get my friends, something that they can buy over Christmas for other people. And really anyone that has a bit of a following can actually already start a brand and really start to build that and create products that you really love to either gift your friends or to sell them.
So when we're talking about creators this week, and how are you working with them, or how are they working with you?
Yeah, at this moment, a lot of the creators that I do work with, we work on a one-to-one basis, because I think that's really where we kind of understand who the creators' audiences are, the type of creators that your audience have. So the great thing about creators that I love about them is that they understand their community so well, like what we've been talking about from this morning already, and they engage in their community, and they know what their community like and do not like. So with that, that's really how we then work with the community. We work with the creators to understand what your community is like, the age group, the spending powers and all of that, and then we recommend products based off of what we think your audience would love to do.
I mean, it's interesting you talk about micro-influencers, because there's going to be a lot of conversations this week about micro-influencers, because there is a very strong business there, right? I mean, I've done hundreds of academies where people they say, I've only got 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing. It's really hard to get 1,000 people that listen to you. That's the hardest step, right? So are you predominantly micro-influencers, or are you working with anyone?
Yeah, so We are working with a couple of influencers that have a bigger name, and a lot of that obviously just comes down to the fact that we do have to go to market, right? And that's really the strategy of how we're going to market. But honestly, the platform is actually created for micro influencers, where you are like what we've talked about. You are a one-man show, you are a one person, you're trying to do video, you're trying to do this, you're trying to like talk to brands, you're doing your own business deals. And it gets a bit crazy, but then so then you're not going to think about doing merchandising. You're not going to think about, oh, I want to really like gift my community something. You're not going to be able to really work with all the suppliers. And that's really where we come in, right? Because I think a lot of micro influencers are struggling with, like when we talk to micro influencers and even the big ones, a lot of micro influencers comes back to me and go, I've been thinking about it for years, wanting to do this, but the moment I start like Googling it, it just scares me. And so really that's where we come in, and that's where we want to support the micro influencers, because it's not about the volume of how much you sell at that stage. It's really about the fact that you want to engage in your audience, and also you will be able to make additional income streams, because you can get like as low as 30 pieces on our platform and then sell them at twice the price, and you've already doubled your income streams and what you've already put into it.
So of everyone that's coming this week, who are the people that you'd really like to meet?
Yeah, so I would love to obviously meet creator platforms as well, because I think with you guys have already creators on the platform that you are helping monetize in different ways. So I think we've got great synergy, if you're not touching anything within the physical space, anything with supply chain, I would love to chat with you. And then of course, if you are a creator and want to start your own brand, it's the perfect time. Christmas is coming. We might not make it for Christmas, but we will be able to make it for Chinese New Year.
And how do creators then work with you?
Yeah, so I'll be around this whole time, and then of course you can also check us out on LinkedIn or on our website. It's at gool.is, gool.is, and you can put your name down and we can contact you as well. Or you can just like reach out to me on LinkedIn.
When did you launch?
We've launched late last year, and we've already worked with a couple of creators here and there, real manually at the moment, while our platform's getting built. So I guess it's better, right? Because if it's manual work, you get me and I work with you directly to give you advice on how to launch.
So have you gone through the first anniversary yet?
Not yet, 23rd of December, so we launched 2 days before Christmas.
Wow, okay, well, we're all invited.
Yes, you are invited to my LinkedIn party. I will do a live stream. I don't know. Let's see. I'll tell Jasper, and Jasper can let you guys know.
And tell us what else should we know about what you're doing, what you're up to?
Yeah, well, I think the other things that we're really trying to do as well is to talk to different communities. I think this is something that we're kind of really researching, right? So one of the things that I found through trying to build this platform was that communities are quite siloed in what they do. So, like we've got the dance community, we've got like the influencer community, we've got like the illustrator communities. And how do we then bring these communities together to actually do a collaboration, right? So even when we talk about like LinkedIn or even just like influencers. If you're like a business influencer, how often do you actually work with a fashion influencer to produce something? And the chances are not very high. And I think one of the biggest things that we've found is everyone's quite busy doing their own things. And so I think I would love to obviously talk to some communities to work out, is there a great way we can collaborate across different communities to actually build a physical product, right? Because I think that's when you can actually have a higher reach. You can actually work through you can then touch base on each of your communities as well to get them to engage with each other.
Yeah, we always hear this 1 + 1 equals way more than 2. The idea of collaborating. I've got 1 million followers, you've got 1 million followers, let's do something together and we can then share, which 10 years ago, if you say that to an artist, they'd be like, oh, but they're my followers. So it's great that people should be doing this. It's wonderful to hear about Gool, the work you're doing with the supply side, the supply chain, and also with creators. Talking about micro-influencers and collaboration. So, Wanjun, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck getting to first birthday.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm very excited to celebrate it with all of you.
And enjoy the rest of the next 3 days. Thank you for coming.
Sure. Thank you very much.